Welcome to 2025 and a brand new park to start off 2025, which is Disneyland Paris. Never been before. You may have seen our vlog trying to get out here. That was quite entertaining, but actually fairly easy. Now, I've not done any research on this place, believe it or not. I really know what's here. I mean, we can see a few rides and attractions, obviously, that we do know here. I don't really know the ins and outs, so yeah, it's going to be a bit of a mystery. We are out and about. It is the first week of January. Second week of January. It's the second week of January. It's -4 today. It's freezing, so please drop us a like on the video. It's all we ask. It's absolutely free to do so. Now, I've seen quite a lot. We're actually going to start in the Walt Disney Studios side, not the Disneyland side where most people would park. And as you would start, and as you can see, sort of the entrance there, which we know is the entrance, is no longer the entrance at the moment while it's being renovated. And there's a lot of renovation going on here with Frozen Land coming and Lion King coming a bit further down the line as well. I've seen some reports, I've seen a lot of people that, kind of said about coming to the park and the look and the feel of it and everything, and it doesn't feel like Disney. Well, let me just say, £55 to come in. That's an all-day ticket. It's open 9:30 till 8 today. The other park's open 9:30 till 9. And that's an all-day ticket to park hop between the two. 55 quid. We've got parks in the UK that are more than £55, let alone coming to two Disney parks for that price. Take into account as well that when all this reopens, we're talking multi-million pounds worth of investments, like hundreds of millions of pounds worth of investments. We're in the UK, we've got closed off areas for parks charging £55 that will open with a playground. So just take that into account. I don't necessarily like the comments. No, it does look a bit of a construction site here, but it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. This is Disneyland Paris, and we are going to take you on some rides. I haven't bought the chest mount because, quite frankly, it's just so cold, so I haven't bought the chest mount. But we can take you on some rides with the stick. But I don't know what's here, so I don't know where we're starting. Love it though, love being back at Disney. We start our day here at Avengers Campus, something very different because Universal really uses probably Avengers and Marvel slightly better than what Disney do out in Florida due to old rides, but this is very, very new. Now there are a couple of rides in here. I don't really know what they are, to be honest with you. We know one of them has a 45-minute queue and we know the other one has a 5-minute queue. So we're going to head to the one that's got a 5-minute queue. I think there are certain rides that obviously hotel guests come to straight away. We're not staying in a Disney hotel, so we didn't get early access. But we're going to head down here first and go to Flight Force. I have no idea what this is. I'm sure there are going to be people laughing at me in the comments for not having a clue what this is.
My job is to keep this campus running. Entering power optimization mode.
Any ideas?
No,
No, absolutely none. Right. Well, we're heading on to Flight Force. This could be the first coaster of 2025. But genuinely, I love the fact I've done no research. I haven't a clue what this is. It's even got the new Captain America up already as well. So I have to say, I'm a little bit surprised, but I'm still absolutely none the wiser to what this ride is. I'm getting the kind of the gist of the story. We're going in to help because no other Avengers are available. I have to say, now I appreciate we're in France, so actually I expect it all to be in French. It's really weird that half of the dialogue, particularly with Captain Marvel's in English, and the other half with Tony Stark's in French. Really peculiar. Well, we didn't just pick one language.
Mark, is your life so empty you need to keep calling me for these missile updates?
Faire des blagues tout en sauvant le monde, c'est ma marque de fabrique, Denvers.
Okay, I've just realised what this is. This is clearly the old rock and roller coaster. Oh, I'm not sure if I wanted to start 2025 like this, but here we go.
Appelle Carole.
Contacting Captain Marvel.
Look at that.
Are you ready?
Proper cool. Right, we're not taking you on board this one. We don't have our chest mount, but here is. I say it's a good-looking train actually for an old Vekoma. Oh, first ride of 2025. Who'd have thought this? Now that is clearly the old rock and roller coaster, but I have to say that is a fantastic ride. It really is much, much smoother than the Aerosmith one at Hollywood Studios. Really is. I don't know whether it's a different layout or not, to be honest. I don't visit these parks obviously often enough to know that. But yeah, I like that. It's got more of a Guardians feel to it in terms of projector screens going on rather than Rock and Roller Coaster's very sort of static sets. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. Really enjoyed that. That's actually caught me by surprise a bit. Brand new coaster cred, and the first coaster of 2025, Flight Force, here in Avengers. So we'll check out the queue for Web Slingers. I know it's always busy, so we might go somewhere else in the park and see what else is going on. We need to find a toilet first though. Web Slingers is currently 45 minutes. We're going to have a little look around. As I said, we don't really know what's here. We kind of got the gist of, you know, what's between the parks, but don't 100% know what's where. And there's definitely some shocks. That actually being the first one. Bearing in mind that's the first ride we've done. Absolute shock, to be honest with you. So yeah, we've come straight in, turn left down into Avengers Campus. I don't think there's anything else down this way. You've got the Tower of Terror there. I'm going to head round the other side now and see what's round at the other side. I have to say, despite the fact it's -2 here today, you wouldn't think it. You would think we were somewhere gorgeously sunny. Just going to quickly check the queue time on this before heading over the other side, just in case. There's definitely a lot of construction going on here at the Studios Park. I think it's changing its name as well. Don't think it's going to be known as Studios for much longer. But down here is where the rest of the action is, including Crusher's Coaster, which I do really want to go on. It's just one of those that has a massive queue. A massive queue. I think it's sitting at 80 minutes at the moment. RC Racer's down here, the Parachute's down here, Ratatouille's this way. It's going to be weird seeing Ratatouille just sort of in its own area after sitting at Epcot, even though this is the original one. But very busy here. Very busy here for a midweek day in the middle of January. There's a lot of construction going on here.
Reporting for duty.
Yeah, I love it.
On behalf of all the toys, we wish you a happy
And it
holiday
is nice
season.
they have some different kind of rides. So I can see RC Racers over there. That's a very unique one. I've not been on anything like that. And you can see that France is sort of down there, ready for Ratatouille. But let's head into Toy Story first, see what's going on in here. So the Toy Story parachuters aren't open quite yet. They are due to open today, but they're not open quite yet. I believe RC Racer is open, so it's a little slinky dog. I have to say, this is quite cool. It's effectively just like a Dragon Roundabout, only on mass scale. In fact, it's massive. That's really wide. That is cool looking, that. I'll tell you, that reaches height quite quickly. Not a very long ride cycle, I will just say that. I think we class that as a coaster cred though. Comment below. We're leaving Toy Story for the moment. So much going on at this park. But this does look a really sort of quaint, nicely enclosed area, and we are going to go and do Ratatouille. Oh, it smells amazing, I have to say. It does absolutely smell amazing. Looks like they've been here from Christmas actually. Oh, right. We are doing Ratatouille though. We're just going to go and queue for it. Have to get in some queues, but I think when we look at it, this and Web Slingers are top on the list of things to do. This is the original one, so we want to do this one. I'm not a massive fan of the one at Epcot, to be honest with you. It's a bit meh, but I'm actually quite looking forward to seeing the OG.
Is waiting for you. Si vous restez à la traîne, vous ne verrez jamais ce qui vous attend.
I thought it was 3D. I thought the Epcot one was a direct rip of this one in 3D. However, it's not. It's in 2D. I don't know whether that's normal. Someone please comment below, because I'm not 100% sure. It feels like the film's the same and that it might actually benefit from being 3D. But yeah, I actually really enjoyed that. Really enjoyed that, not having to wear the glasses. And of course, we took you on for the ride, which we can't do in Epcot. They really have tried to sort of cram as much as they possibly can into these little areas. You've kind of got Radiator Springs, which goes down the left-hand side here with this little ride. And then on the right-hand side, you've got Crush's Coaster, which looks like a spinning coaster. But I mean, it's so busy. You've got Aladdin tucked around the back there, and we've just come from around the corner. So you've got a Toy Story meet and greet before you go into Toy Story Land. Well, that might be a generic meet and greet in fairness, but it's certainly been Toy Story while I've been going there. And then Toy Story Land, which is a nice area, and the French area is quite a nice area for Ratatouille. But yeah, it's all very cramped. I don't know, it doesn't feel quite as spread out as say Hollywood Studios does. I think it will do once the new areas open, in fairness. I think the new areas, which you can kind of see being built from here, we're not going to follow any construction on that, we're not here long enough, but you'll see plenty online, some really good stuff online with Frozen, and I think Lion King coming as well as their sort of Splash Mountain type ride opening very, very soon in the next couple of years. And I still got a hat here as well. Hat was removed from Hollywood Studios, but it remains here at Walt Disney Studios. We've come round to Web Slingers instead of the Hollywood Tower Hotel. And you can see little meet and greets on the balconies. But Web Slingers next. I've heard mixed things about Web Slingers. I have to say, I'm quite intrigued by it. Quite like a bit of Spider-Man. I'm on a 40-minute queue at the moment, which I don't think is too bad. I'm hoping a lot of it's indoors because I'm freezing. But we have made it inside. It is considerably warmer in here as we head down. It looks very Ninjago-y, this ride. I know many will be shooting me watching this. The fact that I've done no research whatsoever. I have no idea what it is. So far, the queue has been a little bit dull.
Welcome to Web. I'm Sharon, the artificial intelligence that keeps this place running smoothly. The Spider-Bots are getting out of control. We need Spider-Man now! J'active les protocoles de niveau de risque. Salut, qu'est-ce qui se passe? Vous avez un problème de rapide? Je vais vous aider. Te voilà, super. De risque à atteindre le niveau danger exponentiel. Tu as peut-être besoin d'aide. Et si j'appelle les Avengers?
Pas de panique les amis, je vais régler ça. Ok, la journée porte ouverte est annulée.
Are you okay?
Et je crois que j'ai besoin d'aide.
So it's a nice little pre-show, but again it's very odd because when it's speaking French, which is fine, you get an English translation at the bottom here, which you will have seen. When they speak English though, there's no French translation. I just find it very peculiar still. They do have two chambers, two pre-shows, which then lead out down here. Now we won't take you on ride on this one because it is a 3D ride. I don't quite know what it entails. It does look very Ninjago-y, but it's definitely 3D, so it's absolutely pointless us taking you on. But we'll let you know what you think when we get the other side. So the doors close up, and then off they go. Oh, can't wait for this. I think this is a first time we've come into a shop from a Disney ride today. Right, so that is what Ninjago should be. The sensors are above, so you kind of just flick your arms, you don't have to be over certain things, and it just picks it up and you fire towards the screen. I have to say, that is great fun, that is great fun. Pulled in at 238,000, didn't know where that stands, so you get out and see people get over 1 million, so I'm not very good at it. That's for a dead cert. However, good fun, really good ride technology in there. Not blown away by the queue. I'll just say the queue, 45 minutes plus, little bit boring, to be honest with you. Really nothing going on. And this brings you back out by the other Avengers ride. Right, so that's Avengers conquered. We are definitely now going to do Tower of Terror. And I think it's the last ride we're going to do. I think it's the last ride we're going to do for the moment. Really excited for this one, really excited. There's going to be another outdoor freezing queue. Oh, I can't wait for this. I love the Hollywood Studios version. This one's apparently different. Still looks awfully creepy now we're inside. Don't know how much I appreciate this one. Can't wait though. Oh, look at the doll. That's a creepy doll. Looks like we have free service elevators, however only 2 are in use, but there is another floor which is really confusing. Looks like they split the queue over 2 floors, but I don't really understand why. We exit into another shop, and you're not actually allowed to film on that one, so we couldn't take you on board. It's very different because it's not on a trolley system. I think I did read that somewhere. It kind of backs up into the shaft, and then it's all up and down, and then kind of stops at scenes in between dropping and rising. It feels more forceful. It doesn't feel quite as high, and I think, I don't know, the trolley system kind of adds a little bit more depth to it, I guess, a little bit more suspense, but I love the animations in there. There's a little creepy girl as well, which isn't used in the Florida one, which is, yeah, fantastic. Really, really enjoyed that. Definite highlight so far. And of course, you always just walk out into more merch, and the merch here is different to what's in Florida, which makes you just want to spend more money. Alright, I'm going to have a look around. We finish our day here at the Studios Park with the Hollywood Tower Hotel, and that was great fun. Really, really enjoyed that. I have to say, nothing here's blown me away. There's obviously a lot of work going on at the moment, but nothing here's blown me away. I was pleasantly surprised with the Rock and Roller Coaster face-over once I'd seen what that was. Yeah, it was quite nice in there, but you know, limited screens inside. Queue line was probably the best of all the queue lines we've experienced today. Found some of them really, really bad, to be honest with you. A lot of cattle pens, which you don't necessarily get in Florida. The Web Slingers was brilliant. The ride actual technology was brilliant. I really, really enjoyed that. That is something I could definitely see coming to the UK, particularly for parks that want to open during the winter. Again, the queue line was mind-numbingly boring, just nothing happening, to be honest with you. Tower Hotel was fantastic, and Ratatouille actually was brilliant as well. I just got to check whether or not that was free. I'm sure it's 3D here as well, but we managed to get it in 2D and managed to take you on board in 2D. There's not as many rides you can take cameras on here as what there is over in Florida. We could have worn a chest mount for some of the roller coasters. To be quite honest, it's so cold, I don't really want to put a chest mount over this, and you can see them everywhere, so we just want to give you our view. Overall, it's a great park. It's definitely worth part of the visit with the other one. I don't think you'd come here for just a day anyway, so I think probably a 2-day ticket to do half a day here, half a day at the or day and a half at the other park would be the way forward. Some nice rides, just not what I'd call amazingly Disney magic, but follow us in the next video. We'll be heading over to Disney Park and we'll see how that compares.